What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. I got my coffee. I'm ready to talk about it. See what's cracking. What's up with the boxing world? Wait for these notifications to go out. Want to talk about Vasyl Lomachenko. He's the one that just fought in a big fight. A lot going on. Man, YouTube is lagging. YouTube's lagging with the notification. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's taking so long. Easy work. We're gonna talk about it. Mikey beats Loma. We're going to talk about all that good stuff. Everybody's opinions, everybody's thoughts. Let me give you some of mine. Yeah. Make sure y'all smash the like button. The quicker we can get this thing jumping. Yo, YouTube be lacking. Hold on. How did you guys get made aware of this live stream? The people who were in here already. How'd you know there was a live stream? Can anybody hear me? Scrolling down and I saw live. How else? How'd you guys find this live stream? Okay, Ren got a notification. David Martinez trying to change the conversation. Typical. Ego, I picked Jaime to stop Ali. You would have been right, because he stopped that, man. You know what? I like Saddam Ali. That's my dude. Hold on. My allergies are tripping. Excuse me. I like Saddam Ali, but I mean, I like boxing too. So it's cool when upsets happen and new players emerge. You know what I mean? It's just part of the game. See, Chingon said he never gets the notifications. YouTube is tripping. I saw seeing a previous video as live. Yo, everybody type the number 5. I want to see how much of a lag time there is because it looks laggy. Everybody just put 5. The number 5. Just type 5. So there's a decent lag because... Alright, well, everybody put 6. Everybody type 6 right now. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Never mind, 6, 6. That sounds like some devil shit. Okay, so the lag is not that bad. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's different for different people. Because someone said 6, 6. I didn't mean it like that. Y'all tripping. Man, I actually need glasses today. Because my allergies are killing me. My eyes are super red. Northern California is probably the worst for allergies. My nose is running. But I want to talk about Lomachenko. What he did last night. Kind of recap some things. Give some additional thoughts. No, I didn't say. I don't think either fighter was dominating. I mean, even the scorecard showed you that. The scorecards, one person had Loma up by 2 rounds. One judge had Linares up by 2 rounds. And the other one had it a draw. The knockdown made it close. I don't smoke weed, but the knockdown made it closer. I still thought, you know what I mean? Like, I stopped scoring, but I probably would have said Lomachenko was up, you know what I mean, by a round or 2 at the time of the stoppage, just from the eye test. See, Linares, his thing is, he's a very, and I told you this before the fight. Man, Ego's Army, we winning, man. I got y'all guys. Yeah, like, y'all don't ever have to worry about that. I told you for my fight prediction, I said I'm picking Lomachenko. So I was right in that regard. But I also said because Linares, when he's on, I said it could be a tough fight, but one of the major factors was he's spotty. I told you guys this. I said Linares is a bit spotty. I even compared him to Broner, how he'll have flashes of greatness, but it's in glimpses. You know what I'm saying? Glimpses of greatness. And sometimes you want to see that, hold on, I'm going to take this allergy medicine. Sometimes you want to see that greatness throughout, you know what I mean? Throughout the fight a little bit more. Especially Lomachenko, that's different because he's a beast. But against guys like Mercita Hesta, you know what I mean? Luke Campbell, who's a gold medalist, but he didn't have the experience like you. So I would like to see him have pulled away a bit more in those fights. So that's one of the main reasons I told you I was picking Lomachenko. And Lomachenko's talented. My dude Justin said, I never get live notifications anymore. YouTube fucking up. I know, man. They trying to hate on the regime. They trying to stop what we built. Yeah, Bradley kind of shitted on the notion of fighting Broner. Bradley kind of did like Keith Thurman to me, but not in the same sense. He didn't like vacate a belt or anything, but he seemed like he lost the hunger. You know what I'm saying? Lost the hunger. I mean, he kind of admits that. He said this is kind of, it's not the spot if your heart's not in it anymore. You know what I'm saying? You have to have the desire to want to compete, because these other guys are trying to compete and build a name off of you. But anyway, Lomachenko Linares was a very good fight. Use Mo medicine. Yeah, man, it was a good fight. To me, it's up there with one of my top fights, but it's not my top fight as of right now. And the reason being is I think like Wilder and Ortiz is really up there for me, because it got to a point where you didn't really know what was going to happen. Now, this fight had elements of that, but I thought Lomachenko was kind of dictating. He's in enough control. I mean, obviously, besides the 6th round where he got dropped, he was in enough control where I still felt it was going pretty good for Lomachenko's way. Versus Wilder Joshua, you had these big ass heavyweights. Wilder Ortiz, he had these big ass heavyweights, and I'm like, okay, Wilder had the first knockdown, boom. I'm like, damn, Wilder's a great finisher. It's a wrap. And then Luis Ortiz came back the very next round, and he came back sharp. I'm like, okay, he's back in it. And then in the 7th round, Ortiz had Wilder in trouble, and I'm like, damn, Wilder might get up out of here. And then Wilder came back. So, you know what I mean? There was more. It was like a Joshua Klitschko type, where it was just like, what the fuck? It was like super movie mode, you know what I mean? Some Rocky Balboa, you didn't know what was gonna happen. Again, I'm not shitting on See, listen, I'm telling y'all straight up, if you are looking for a channel or a boxing personality who just feeds you some bullshit that they don't feel, this is not the channel for you. This is not it. I'm telling you. I give you my thoughts. I'm honest. You guys can say, oh, you're biased. I don't care about none of that. I give you what I feel. And if you think that makes me biased, then don't watch the shit. But I'm telling you my opinion. The boxing game is so sensitive now, where people want you to walk on eggshells. Like, oh, Like, if I don't feel two fights were in the same, you know what I mean? If, like, I never shitted on Lomachenko Linares. It was a very good fight. I told you that. Listen to my post-fight immediately after. I've not said one bad thing about the fight. But people want to make fights all seem equal or this and that. Like, there's no equality in that sense. You know what I mean? There's no equality. Like, if I personally like Wilder Ortiz better, then that's what the fuck I'm going to tell you. And I just explain why. So, to me, it's a fight of the year contender for sure, Lomachenko Linares. But I still have Wilder Ortiz was an awesome fight. That's kind of hard to top. There's been a lot of good fights. You know what I mean? I really like what's the name? Garcia versus Dorticos. That was an exciting fight. But again, just like Lomachenko Linares, it was Garcia's fight. You know what I'm saying? I could pretty much tell you how it was going. It wasn't as many twists and turns as like Wilder Joshua. I mean, I keep saying Wilder Joshua. I'm sorry. It's because I want to see Wilder Joshua. Wilder Ortiz. I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen to Wilder Ortiz. I had a prediction. I picked Wilder, which I was right on that prediction again. But the way that it was 5th round knockdown, 7th round, Wilder's almost out of there. Then Wilder comes back. You know what I'm saying? So that's still the fight to beat to me just because I couldn't call it. This fight with Lomachenko was a brilliant fight to watch. It's great for boxing. I heard it did good ratings. Props to both, respects to both warriors, respects to everyone for putting it out there. Very tactical, fast-paced, good action, sharp performance from both, heart from both. So, you know what I mean? I don't have nothing negative to say about it. Like, it was just a great fight to watch. Y'all gonna have to deal with these allergies. I'm sorry, but listen. Let's get the roll call. I'm sorry, because I don't want to get too deep. I'm about to get real deep off in this. Roll call. City, state, zip. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Bang that in the comment section. We're gonna do that. It's 12. It's almost 12:30 that I've been on. 12 minutes and 30 seconds. So we're gonna do that for a minute. We'll do a roll call for a minute. Starting now. City, state, zip. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Bang that in the comment section. Yeah, London, UK, Austin, Texas. I see you. That's it. Y'all can go faster than that. Phoenix, Arizona, 602. We working. Dallas, Texas. We working. Whittier, California, 90605. Boxingego. We on this side. Shout out to Cali, Rochester, New York, Long Beach, Amsterdam up in this. We worldwide, baby. VA. Lake Elsinore. I've been there. It's a beautiful place. Shout out to 92530. Shout out to my dude Brian NY. Brooklyn 718. Super chat. I see you. $2. Thank you. Minnesota, Boston, Mass, Chicago South Side, Bradford, England, East Oakland. Shout out to the 510. Philly, Wilmington, California. Wilmington in Brazil. 90744. Connecticut, Bridgeport, Romania, and Sweden. I see you. 91342 North Pole. Tank stops Loma. We're gonna talk about all things surrounding Loma. NY to NC. Let's get it, people. All right, it's 13 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm gonna extend it. I'm gonna extend it to 14. We got 20 more seconds. Go. City, state, zip, Kansas City, Missouri. Where y'all at? Shout out to Disney World, Florida. We got 10 seconds in the roll call. That's it. We done. Y'all ain't from no more places? 5, 4, 3. All right. That's a roll call. Shout out to London. Anyway, Lomachenko did his motherfucking thing. Shout out to him. It opened the minds of the boxing fans, curiosity-wise. See, and this is the thing, like, I keep it so, like, listen. Pensacola, we talk tonight. Boxingego, Bay Area, we talk tonight. Listen, it feels so good to run this channel and to be surrounded by you guys, Ego's Army, because at the end of the day, I'm on my Roy Jones shit, you know what I'm saying? In terms of, y'all must have forgot. The stuff, I feel so good because I've always been true. I've always been true to myself. I've always been pure. So I feel good. Like, I never disrespected Lomachenko. I never said all this extra shit. So my sentiments really haven't changed. See, a lot of people, they say whatever, and they go with what the old media kind of puts out there, like Roman Chocolatito, he's about to beat Floyd's record and he's number one pound for pound. I didn't believe that, so I never said that. I said Roman's fun to watch and shit like that, but they force fed you that he was number one pound for pound. I never said that Lomachenko can't be on the pound for pound list. All I said is I don't have him as number one. You know what I mean? But if he keeps working and keeps doing what he's doing, then yeah, you can make that argument. You know what I mean? Some people make the argument now. All I'm saying is I want to see the fighters go through what they need to go through. This is definitely a step in the right direction, because this is not Rigondeaux moving up 2 weight classes, being 38, having 3 or 4 rounds, you know what I mean, in the last 2 years and being avoided by people. This was a healthy, bigger, strong, good boxer, good experience, learned from a loss, champion with title defenses, who had beaten the Olympic gold medalist recently, Luke Campbell, who had a tough fight with Ant Corolla, came back and then knocked him down and beat him more convincingly, beat like strong guys trained by Freddie Roach, Mercita Hesta. So you can't take anything away from Lomachenko. Shout out to Fresno checking in on your boy. You can't take anything. He challenged himself, moved up, and he got a stoppage, knockdown, and a stoppage. And he was the smaller man pushing back the bigger man, which is Jorge Linares' biggest mistake. Linares, I don't know what the fuck game plan he had. I mean, it worked in the 6th round or whatever. He just caught him with the southpaw killer, that straight right, that right hand, good and well-timed punch. But why on earth was Jorge Linares as the bigger man? This guy is you know, I can't just blame Jorge Linares without giving Lomachenko credit, because part of it has to be whatever the fuck Lomachenko is doing in there. He's that comfortable with the real estate in the ring where he can make you fight some, like kind of his fight. Floyd does this all the time. And I'm not comparing Loma to Floyd, so don't get that twisted. Don't get all happy. Yeah. Like, no, I'm not comparing that. But I'm just saying, elite fighters, they have this ability to make you fight how they want you to fight. And somehow Lomachenko with his footwork, whereas Deontay Wilder would say his feet work. Shout out to Vibranium Master from Alabama. With Lomachenko's footwork, he's able to make the ring small and keep the fight at the mid-range, which benefits him more as the smaller guy and the agile, athletic guy. You know what I'm saying? So, but poor game plan from Linares in that regard. You the bigger man, why the fuck you backing up and try to counter everything? Like, you have to counter in spots, I get it, but like even when he Linares knocked down Lomachenko, you're supposed to jump on that man. Because look it, ultimately, see, this man, Linares made a couple mistakes. See, I'm not trying to sound cocky because I'm like, oh, you're not a fighter. Why the fuck should I listen to you? I don't care if you do listen to me or if you don't listen to me. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. But I don't care about that. So people don't have to take my points of view and run with it. But I'm just giving you my point of view. It's just that. So take it for what it's worth. There's certain fighters, and when I watch them, it's like, it's almost frustrating in the sense of they have the ability, but it's like if this was a video game, like create a player video game, I wish I could take the controller and using their skill set, make them press certain buttons to make them do what I think gives them the best chance to win. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to sound like I'm this Thanos godlike boxing entity, but I see ability in Linares that if he would have tweaked some things, he could have made the fight even closer. You know what I'm saying? Like, use your size advantage. Like, it reminds me of let's say Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo. We straight to the business right now. You know, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to give y'all some thoughts, some things to think about. It reminds me of when Canelo fought Mayweather. You're the younger guy by 13 years. You're undefeated, so you should be confident. You just beat Austin Trout. You're the bigger guy. A lot of people would say you're the stronger puncher per capita, and you are trying to outbox Floyd Mayweather, a known, experienced masterclass boxer, not making any fucking sense to me, which is why Canelo got dog walked versus Floyd Mayweather. Because I figured like this, boxing is a risk in general. We got to give these guys respect just for lacing them up. So if you can't let an elite fighter off the hook. You know what I mean? Shane Mosley rocked Floyd brutally twice in the second round. But what happened? Floyd regained his senses, did well in the end of the second round, and then won rounds like 3 through 12. You can't do this to elite fighters. You can't let them off the hook. So I look at it like this. It reminds me of Jim Carrey. He did this speech at a college, and he was talking about how his dad was a funny comedian, but he wanted to take a safe job, something for his family, something that was safe, something that he can bank on, no pun intended. So he took a bank job, and he took the safe job thinking that would be the best long term to support his family, even though Jim Carrey was saying that his pops was really funny and really had a knack for comedy, right? But he took the safe job. He worked there for years, everything was great, but he said that safe job ended up laying him off years later, and then his whole life was in shambles because now he has his family, all his expenditures and stuff. He's struggling. Whereas if he would have pursued his own dreams, right, and did the comedy thing, who knows? Maybe he wouldn't get laid off, you know what I mean? And maybe he would be more financially stable. So the reason I brought this Jim Carrey dad situation is, in boxing, it's already a risk that you're lacing him up. So my thing is this: if there's a chance that if you let Lomachenko, an elite level fighter, off the hook and he could come back and stop you once he gets his wits back, then there's a chance that happens. So you might as well go for broke. That's my whole point. Linares, you hurt him, you knocked him down. There's a chance in pressing the issue, maybe he knocks you out. But there was already that chance if you let him regroup. So to me, Linares should have used his size, used his experience, and used his punching power. He said it before the fight: I'm bigger, I'm stronger, and I got experience. So Mr. Bigger, Stronger, why'd you let the little man press you and walk you down? Why'd you let the little man recover? You know what I mean? And I'm saying little man. All these dudes are little men to me. But why would you let him recover? So if there's a chance that he regroups and knocks you out anyway, you might as well go for broke and really try to put that on them and push the issue once you first knocked them down. But that's not what Linares did. Even in the round where he knocked him down, there wasn't that much time. Let's say there was 25-30 seconds left. He didn't really like stay on top of him. He was like tentative and don't do that. And then the next round, I don't remember fully, but he arguably lost from what I remember. So that's the mistake fighters make. You dropped him in the 6th round. Now you're being overly cautious. You've been cautious the first 5 rounds. You finally produced something that you've been looking for that no other pro has done, right? Drop Lomachenko. And then you don't press the issue. With your side, you said before the fight, I'm stronger and I'm bigger. So, to me, that was stupid. You know what I mean? Even in the round where he dropped Lomachenko in the 6th round, he didn't press the issue. And then the next round, he arguably lost to Lomachenko. Or either that or it was super close. He definitely didn't follow up well with the knockdown. You know what I'm saying? So those are little things, little critiques for Linares, what he could have done. Yo, make sure y'all smash the like button. This shit ain't free. No, I'm just playing. Well, not really. But smash the like button. We just going through it. So, like I said, if it was inevitable that Lomachenko could recover and get a chance to knock you out, then you might as well risk the knockout once you have him hurt. Some people say it was a flash knockdown. It doesn't matter. You knocked him down. So see what he's talking about. See if he can endure the swarm. You know what I mean? And if he can and he ends up knocking you out, oh well. Because if you didn't take the risk, he knocked you out anyway. You know what I'm saying? So these guys this is what separates elite and like really good fighters and great fighters. These are the types of adjustments. What you do in the trenches. Like, this is how, I don't care what none of y'all say. I really don't. I don't care what y'all say when I know in my heart what I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's just who I am as a person. This is what shows me that Andre Ward is a next level elite talent, because it's what he does in those moments that separates him. Darnell Boom, bow, big puncher who hurt Kovalev, who stopped Adonis Stevenson. I believe he beat Willie Monroe. Bow, he drops Ward. Ward, anytime you fall, listen, I know my shit. Anytime you fall and you're like jittering as you fall, Watch that Darnell Boone shit. Darnell Bow. Power. Shout out to the Midwest. Darnell Boone clocked Dre. Dre fell on the canvas. His body kind of like I don't even know. Like, you know when you had the PlayStation, the hit stick, and your controller vibrate. That's what Andre's body did when Boone hit him. Go watch it again. Like he's in an electric chair a little bit, right? So, what did Dre do? What did he do after Darnell Boone knocked him down? Got the fuck back up, got back sharp, got back to business. What did Dre do after Kovalev hurt him, or he says he wasn't really hurt, I think he was hurt, but in the second round of their first fight, got back to business? What did he do with Kovalev in the rematch? What did Shane Mosley after he rocked him do, and what did Floyd Mayweather do after he got rocked? These are the types of things that you have to do, and this is what separates. Because you look at Lomachenko, for his side, what did he do after he got dropped? Stayed composed. You didn't really see him like panic too much. Stayed composed, like fuck. He's not used to getting knocked down, at least as a pro. I ain't seen it, you know what I'm saying? But he still maintained his head about him, and then he got back to business, and he stayed to the game plan. And see, listen. Now, I'm not doing no hot seats right now. I don't give a fuck what people are talking about. Like, we just, this is, school's in session. I don't care about George or whoever you're talking about. Listen, Lomachenko, he made the adjustment. Linares didn't, point blank period. What else was I gonna say? See, that's why I don't like letting y'all do the hot seat, because then some motherfuckers begging for a hot seat. I'm gonna burn him, and then now I gotta go back to what I was saying anyway. Y'all know there ain't nobody in this that has a hot seat for what I'm saying right now, so why would I put someone in the hot seat? Who like, what are you gonna challenge? What am I saying that's like inaccurate? You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you examples and just giving you my thoughts. So I'm not doing no hot seats right now. But anyway, Linares, he didn't do what he needed to do when he needed to do it. And I know that sounds like very basic, but that's what it is. He didn't make those adjustments. You should have at least tried to jump on Lomachenko a lot more. You don't give people, elite level fighters, a chance to breathe and recover, because then that's your ass. You know what I mean? Or even guys like elite level, like championship grit, heart, and willpower. You don't let them survive. You know what I'm saying? If you get someone that, like, look at Pacquiao versus Juan Manuel Marquez, right? Pacquiao, he was in there with the guy who he had fought 3 times. You tried to do too much, and then you got crucified for it. Faceplant in the 4th fight. But listen, I'm not here to tell you guys what y'all think, or what y'all want to hear. Lomachenko, like, listen how stupid they sound. Vlad says you just babbling uncontrollably, but you watching me, so how much of an idiot does that make you? If I'm blabbing and I've been on here for under 30 minutes, just under 30 minutes, why are you here? You see, this doesn't make sense. Oh, you're just blabbling, but you're watching me, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Robert Singleton, $2 super chat. I was very impressed with Loma's resiliency. Experience. I don't think Loma has sneaky power. I think he just had a well-placed shot. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Now, all this Lomachenko, like, I told you everything Linares did wrong and what he did bad, what Loma did right. So now let's look at it. See, this is why these young boys can't beat me, because we're talking real boxing. We're talking real stuff. Like, if you want some one-sided bullshit, this, like I said, this is not the channel for you. Now, on the flip side, they're billing Lomachenko and saying he's the greatest since Ali and he's unstoppable. I don't believe that. I mean, this fight proves that. He got dropped, he got hurt. If Tank Davis hits you with his hardest shot and it lands that flush, if Mikey Garcia hits you with his hardest shot, then it lands that flush, then good luck. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be tough, because even if you think that Linares was a flash knockdown, you don't want to get hit by the division's biggest punchers in that same fashion, being overconfident, right? So that's one thing. But on the flip side, those guys have to be able to produce what Linares produced and get those shots off. It's not just about power. It's about, anyone can have power. It's about getting your power off. Denzel Williams, Captain Obvious, if he hits him. No shit. That's what I just said. Y'all love to state the obvious, I guess. Yeah, you have to be able to get the... But see, here's the thing. Since Mr. If Master, Lomachenko likes to fight at the mid-range, and he's active as fuck. So, if you get in there with the Mikey Garcia, somebody who has experience, maybe not your 2 gold medals, but he still has pro-level elite experience, right? I don't care what you say about Broner, but Mikey moving up from 35 to 40 is elite level experience, right? He comes from a fight family. He's been boxing all of his life. I've interviewed the man. Mikey Garcia has sparred with Edwin Valero, who has immense power, and he's sparring him as a teenager. He sparred Pacquiao when he was very young, so he has experience. Trust me. So you keep saying if Mikey has he has very good timing, which makes this fight a masterpiece. So I'm not saying Mikey Garcia will absolutely hit him with his best shot, but trust me, he definitely has a chance. He for sure has a shot because he has good experience and he has very good power. And I've seen him next to Lomachenko, and he's bigger than Lomachenko. But on the flip side, Lomachenko has better footwork and he's overall faster, very athletic. But you guys gotta, like, some of y'all don't want to break down boxing. You guys are man fans, so you only want to look at the fighter in the favorable light. You don't want to look at you want to look at strengths, no weakness. You know that little Jamaican kid, he's like, oh, strengths, no weakness. I don't do that. I'm looking at the whole picture. Lomachenko versus Mikey Garcia is a beastie fight. I will give whoever wins full supreme credit. I think Tank Davis versus Lomachenko is an awesome fight. Whoever wins that, I would give him full credit, great credit. Obviously if these fights happen within reason. Mikey has very good timing, and he's strong. You know what I mean? Some of y'all don't know shit about boxing. Y'all think Lomachenko is like godlike, has this godlike power. I don't see that. Me personally, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Some of you go, oh, but he stopped a bigger guy to the body. This is what you guys don't realize. A body shot, you don't even need as much impact. Body shot is not so much about brute force. A well-placed body shot will have you on death row, on death's door, on your deathbed. So it's more about the timing and the accuracy of it. It doesn't you don't have to like you know what I'm saying? There's no Dave Chappelle. I punched him in his body. It's not all. You don't need that much oomph. Now to knock someone out flush with a headshot, you probably need some more oomph. Like, wow, you know what I mean? You need to turn your punch. Drederick Tatum, $2 super chat. Loma puts himself in harm's way a lot. That's my point. Yeah, but a well-placed body. See, that's why I know these motherfuckers don't know boxing, because they think a body shot, you just need this like Julian Jackson power. Like Errol Spence fucks you up to the body. He's like a double whammy, because on top of him having well-placed body shots, he actually does have power. So obviously it helps you if you have power and someone's digging to your body. But again, like, look, here's an example. Who has more power at 140? Eric Morales or Amir Khan? Go. Who had more power at 140? Eric El Terrible Morales or Amir Khan? In your honest opinion, who has more power? Like their punch has more thud, umph to it. Morales. Amir Khan? Wow. Okay, Morales. Exactly. Look how many Morales. One person said Amir Khan so far. I don't even know how you... Amir... Yeah, I am... This is just my opinion, obviously. I've never been hit by both. Khan has faster hands, but that's not power. I'm talking about pure power per cap. If I hit you with the shot and it connects flush, who has more power? And if you say Amir Khan, then I don't even know if... I don't know what boxing you watch. But again, styles make fights. Now, just to put... It's not about triangle theories, but just listen. in my opinion, Eric Morales has not way more, but he has more power than Amir Khan. You know what I'm saying? The way he's able to fend Pacquiao off and stuff and give him that first fight, you know what I mean? I think he has more power. But again, Amir Khan dropped Maidana in the first round when they fought to the body because Amir Khan has athleticism, speed, probably respectable power, but more importantly, he has long arms and it was well placed. It was a well placed body shot, and Maidana was all on the ground. But then when Eric Morales he fought Maidana, his eye looked like shit. He looked like the Fly because styles make fights. Amir Khan is very fast, athletic, long arms, and he had a very well-placed body shot, which had Maidana rolling around in pain in the first round. You know what I mean? So, in my honest opinion, just from being realistic, I think Eric Morales probably had more power at 140. You know what I mean? But again, it doesn't take all the power in the world. You don't need Thor-level power to have a well-placed body shot. What Amir Khan did well versus Maidana was he timed his body shot. He had a good trajectory because he has long arms and he has speed. So he delivered it from point A to B, and then a well-placed liver shot or body shot, you fucked up. It's like being paralyzed. So, yeah, some of y'all still think that you have to have, Lomachenko's power carried up. It doesn't even require, like, crazy power. You know, listen, just hear me out. Wilder. Imagine if Wilder was a vicious body puncher. Imagine if Wilder would go to your body. You would be pissing blood. Your organs would be fucked up. Can you imagine that? Imagine if Deontay Wilder, all that power he possesses, if he's hitting you in the liver. If y'all think power is what produces body shots, like stoppages and stuff. Imagine if Wilder hit you with that vibranium in the body. The thing is, Wilder, that's not his bread and butter. He's a heavyweight. So, you know what I mean? He's not like right here with it perfectly timed body shots. Man, that would be very bad. You know what I'm saying? Or Ruslan Provodnikov or somebody. You know what I'm saying? What if Ruslan's right here with it, just killing your body? You would die. You know what I'm saying? You would be blood coming out of your mouth. Like, that wouldn't be good. So, yeah, Lomachenko, where he excelled with the Lanadas, this is not hate. It's not about power. He timed his shit. You know what I mean? Let's say Lanada's elbow would rise maybe to protect his head or his temple area, and then he caught him lacking. Bow. And then it's a wrap. It was well placed. You know what I mean? So that's the difference between body shot. You don't have to be like, why do you think, man, I'm schooling y'all motherfuckers. Why do you think Brandon Rios said Mikey Garcia was the hardest puncher that he's ever faced? I don't think Mikey Garcia hits harder than Maidana, but Mikey Garcia is technical. So when he was sparring Brandon Rios, I didn't even watch the sparring, but I would definitely wager money that Mikey Garcia, who's a vicious body puncher, he has a crazy left hook to the body, right? He probably caught Brandon Rios, who's not really defensive, and he probably caught him lacking and hit him to the body. So yeah, of course. And then subsequently, if you're like, and your body's hurt, now your head's vulnerable because you're like right here with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why he got on record on ES News and shit talking about Mikey's the hardest puncher, because I would wager money. That Mikey probably set something up to the body. And that's where Brandon Rios was vulnerable at. Last example of this, and then I'm done. Tim Bradley. He fought against Brandon Rios, and he stopped him. Bradley is not the biggest puncher at 47. There's no one out there that I've seen that would say he's top 3 punchers. However, bigger punchers like Pacquiao, bigger punchers like Diego Chavez, bigger punchers probably like Mike Alvarado, right? And then Danny Garcia, they didn't stop him. Well, Garcia stopped him. But Garcia, again, timing. He just has crazy timing. But anyway, my point being is Bradley stopped Rios to the body. It is not like he's the biggest puncher. But he was able to, him and Teddy Atlas got together and they knew what Rio's, off season, eating tortas or whatever the fuck he was doing, gains weight, has fat camps, and then they attacked that. They made that the point of interest. Bradley's not the biggest puncher at 147, so you guys could believe whatever. Don't take my word for it. Whatever. Lomachenko's Julian Jackson, if that's what you believe. So to me, I think the jury's still out. I think Lomachenko is kind of like an Amir Khan. You can't disrespect his power, but I definitely don't think it's like. I don't think it would be in the same, like, who's the biggest punchers at lightweight? Like, let's say Mikey Garcia, who else? I don't know. I just don't think Lomachenko's power. But again, whatever he does do well, that's what you got to deal with. But I really don't think it's power that you have to be so worried about. You know what I'm saying? Loma is the real deal for sure. I mean, he's doing stuff in a short period of time. Respects to him. Oh man. Oh, listen. Oh man, not again. Yeah, man, it's a good time to be alive. Good time to be new media and part of the army, Ego's army. Cause like the other thing. I gotta bring this up because there's a lot of like Lomachenko like man fans. He's a good fighter. I've given it up to him multiple times this whole episode or this whole live stream. But y'all must have forgot, like Roy Jones says. See, this is the thing. This is why they get mad, is because I force you to remember what you said. That's why the man fans get mad, because now they want to fast forward. They want to fast forward and never look behind. And the arguments they made, like let's say Joshua Wilder, now they want to forget about when they said X, Y, and Z. Wilder should just take his 5 times more than what he made, blah, blah, blah. When something else comes out, now they want to forget. But I don't forget. Now, it's funny how this Lomachenko-Linares fight brought people back to perspective, to shit that I was saying like a year plus ago, right? And when I said it, I was the bad guy. Y'all said, "Oh, you hating on Lomachenko, and you're just jealous because the white fighter is on top," and all types of dumb shit that had nothing to do with it. I still, once again, always check for consistency. Look what I said then, and look what I said now. And I've been very consistent on Lomachenko. Very good fighter. It's gonna be hard to beat. You know what I mean? He has advantage over a lot of guys. But when I was saying months ago that him and Mikey Garcia is a good fight, a lot of y'all said, no, Mikey gets destroyed. Loma will murder him. It won't even be a contest. Mikey will quit. And no Lomachenko. Now, after seeing that, look at how the public opinion has changed. Now people are saying, oh, hey, that's a 50-50 fight. Oh, 60. Dummies, I've been saying this. This is what I was saying then. But it took for a Linares tough fight, rugged fight, for y'all, some of y'all to understand that. I've been told you that. Go listen to the videos. Now all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, hey. Because now you've seen Lomachenko actually get dropped and have a tougher fight at 135. Really his toughest fight, except for maybe Salido. You know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden people are like, oh, yeah, Mikey Garcia could beat him. No, you know what I mean? But when I was saying that months ago, you said I was hating. It's crazy. That's how you know we winning. Another person, Terence Crawford. That's why I put it in the video. Lomachenko, listen. I'm bodying y'all motherfuckers because, like I said, I force y'all to remember. Smash the like button. We working. Didn't I just say that? Everybody get dropped. Hey, Denzel, you about one dumb comment away from getting blocked. You talking stupid shit. Like every comment I see from you is borderline ridiculous. Anyway, if you a man fan, just be that. Don't just stay in your true form. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to hear nothing objective, then don't be on this channel. But you keep putting a lot of, I'm telling you, man, I'm just trying to have a boxing talk, get some thoughts out. I don't have the time. My allergies is bugging. I don't have the patience for that. None of them, Floyd. Bro, just stop it. Just listen to the sermon or something, or put realistic comments. Anyway, it's just funny how time changed and reveals everything. That's why I don't worry about it with Ego's Army. Shout out to the Wise Super Chat, $2. What's good, Ego? Keep talking that real talk 100. Yeah, man, I never took nothing from Loma. He's a good fighter. But all this, the Matrix, and he's good. He moves very well. But listen, this is what I've been saying. And when I said it months ago, I was a hater. Notice how when Linares knocked him down, Lomachenko got back to the fucking basics. Did y'all see that? Hey, Denzel Williams, I'm Denzel Washington. You out of here, bro. I'm just sick of reading your name and dumb comments attached to it. Bye-bye, Denzel. Yeah, okay, they don't own me, though. Listen, I had to get rid of him. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, notice that Matrix shit slowed down dramatically after he got knocked down, which is smart. I'm not knocking him. You got to do what you got to do to regroup, to analyze what the fuck went on. You know what I'm saying? So he did. That was smart. You would want to calm it down. If he just caught you with something you didn't see and you walked into a punch, and you know what I mean, it didn't have you like on Queer Street, or you know what I mean, to the point where you're like don't have your senses, then yeah, you should calm it down a touch. He got overconfident, overzealous. Bow. He underestimated the timing of Linares because, to be honest, it was semi-competitive, but Linares was losing up until that point. You know what I'm saying? So he probably just, I'm Lomachenko, I'm the Matrix, and then he got caught. That's why you can't take nothing. Nobody's out here trying to give you nothing for free in boxing. But bottom line is, you notice that Matrix shit slowed down when he got knocked down. You know what I mean? All this thinking you could just be in someone's front door, knocking and then ducking and then knocking. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Even though as talented as he is, he has very good hand-eye coordination, very good reflexes, but it's not as easy as you think. Shout out to Josh Get, $2 super chat, Shmoney gang. You know what I mean? It's not as easy as you think, or one would think, to stay in someone's front door. Sufo Hater. Alright, you blocked. I'm clapping all you. Hey, shooters. I don't have the time today. We just going through them. You see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about with ManFan. I'm a hater, so I can spend 30 minutes praising Lomachenko. I can spend 30 minutes praising him, and then when there's objective y'all say be objective, and then when there's objective thoughts, not even really criticism, just objective thoughts and outlooks, then all of a sudden I'm a hater. Fine. So, anyway, yeah, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of movement. It takes a lot of just different things. Moving your head to be in someone's front door in that mid-range. And that's his sweet spot. That's where he likes it. That's what gives him the most success. But you have to be mindful, because a well-placed timed shot, that's a southpaw killer. You know what I mean? That right hand. And see, this is why they get mad, because they say now I just gave Lomachenko all the props in the world. I just said he's sharp as fuck. I just said these are the types of fights that really show me something. I just said I'm okay with him fighting Ray Beltran or whoever he wants next. Ultimately, I want to see him and Tank and him and Mikey Garcia, but he's earned a softer touch or whatever. I said all this, but the moment you have an objective thought, this is what they do. Oh, you're fucking hating on Loma. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? The real fans know what it is, so I'm not even worried about it. But anyway, when Lomachenko got knocked down, you seen a change in his behavior. He went back to the basics, which is smart. That's where the experience comes into play. Because if someone caught you off guard with something you didn't expect, something you didn't see, and then he dropped you, first time you got dropped, you got to process that really quick. Lomachenko did a great job. He processed it. Oh, fuck. Let me slow it down a touch, because I just got caught with the punch. Walking straight in, squared up, I didn't see it. So he got back to the basics for a little bit, you know what I mean? Arguably won the next round, round 7, and then he got back to his shit and made adjustments to stop the man. Bravo, that's what fighters are supposed to do. But this is to old media who say, oh, it's the Matrix and all this. It's boxing. Fuck all that Matrix shit, because you notice as soon as he got clipped, that Matrix stuff went out the window and he got back to basic fundamentals. Moved around a little bit to the round expire. He wasn't like, it's just like Triple G with this Mexican style. No, Mexican style. It's the same concept. All that Mexican style stuff stops when you're in there with the suitable opponent that you have to be respectful of their power. You have to be respectful of their ring IQ, like Canelo, like Daniel Jacobs. You have to be cautious of their counter shots. All that, Mexican. David Lemieux got crazy power for middleweight. You have to be respectful of that. So you see Golovkin working behind the jab. This is what I'm talking about. And this is a direct shot at old media, because this is the stuff that they overlook until it comes time. I'm not mad at Triple G for using the fucking jab. If you have it in your arsenal, use that shit. But don't, when there's a black fighter or this fighter and they think first or they use movement, don't knock them for that. And they keep promoting or perpetuating certain gimmicks, you know what I mean? Like, oh, Mexican style, the Matrix. But it's boxing. You're going to do that Matrix shit as long as you can with whatever level of opposition. But the moment you step up to an advanced person, then you have to watch and be mindful of the Matrix, you know what I mean? When Golovkin steps up with Canelo or Daniel Jacobs, guys who can rival him, he has to be careful with the Mexican style. David Lemieux, you don't want to get caught with this part. You have to be mindful of going balls to the wall, so to speak, and Mexican style. See, this is the commentary y'all really need. That real shit. Josh Gatt, Super Chat, $5. Ego, Lomachenko stays too long in the pocket, can't fight on the inside, and that's his bread and butter. Against a heavy hitter, he goes to sleep. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. I just want to see these fights. You know what I mean? But yeah, y'all get too caught up in these gimmicks that the promoters and trainers and teams and whatever networks come up with, and you start not looking at it like the sweet science. This is the sweet science. Fuck all that extra shit. Like, hey, Mexican style and Matrix style and all that, Lomachenko, all that's cool. That's just for added ticket sales. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do to win, and that's precisely what Lomachenko and Golovkin have been doing. So that's cool. But you got fans who will say X, Y, and Z fighter is boring because they're doing what they have to do to win. But then when Golovkin adapts his style and doesn't do the Mexican style versus David Lemieux, he doesn't try to just force his way into Canelo, you know what I mean, when he's on the ropes, when he's thinking a little bit more, because that's what his opponent is forcing him to do, then they omit that. That's my whole point. So, I noticed after Lomachenko got knocked down, that's when he just went back to his experience, and he went back to just overall boxing fundamentals, like use some movement. He wasn't as hyper, as fidgety, because again, you don't want to. You just got dropped. You don't want. It's already a 10-8 round. You don't want to get dropped again in the 10-7 round or get buzzed, stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm enjoying it. Boxing's in a good spot. And salute to Lomachenko. You know what I give Lomachenko props for? He's ambitious. He wants to fight these people. He wants to fight top. You know what I mean? Like, his record is showing you that. 12 fights, 3 divisions. You know what I mean? If it was so easy, everyone would do it. So obviously, he wants to pursue greatness. He wants these big names on this. But to me, this performance, it kind of reminds me of Golovkin versus Kell Brook, where you had the A-side person or whatever that wins, but they won at a price, and the price was people got to see a more human side to them that they hadn't previously seen. Lomachenko has been dog walking a lot of people. Nicholas Walters quit, Rigondeaux quit, Jason Sosa quit, all them motherfuckers, you know what I mean? But now Lanata's pressed the issue, did good in enough spots to show people, okay, this dude can get dropped. His chin's not made out of vibrant, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting to see what Lomachenko learns from this and what other people view, because that's how boxing works. Like Errol Spence, people don't really want to smoke with him right now. But I guarantee you, if Ocampo starts, let's say Ocampo drops Errol Spence, then that's gonna make his boogeyman. It's gonna take, even if Errol Spence came back to stop Ocampo, people still seen Errol get dropped. This is all hypothetical. I'm just giving you guys an example. If Errol gets dropped versus Ocampo, who's a big dude, you know what I mean, and he's an underdog, and you know what I mean, people don't really know the brand and the name. If he got dropped, then people would be like, oh, that brings Errol Spence back to reality. He is immortal. He's not Thanos. He's not Thor. You know what I mean? This god of Asgard. You know what I mean? He's this is reality. He's a regular person that's a good fighter. You know what I mean? And that's how it is with Lomachenko. No one's doubting that Lomachenko is elite at this point. We know he's elite. You know what I mean? But it's just, how will he do if he gets in with some of the other names? And I'm sure over time we're going to find those answers, because he's, again, ambitious. He wants to find out. So if he wants to find out, and I want to find out, the only people against that is maybe his opponents. But I don't see people like rabidly ducking him, you know what I mean, or promoters getting in the way of not making the fights. But a lot of good fights and a lot of good options. So T. Machiavelli, I'm just putting an example. You being overly superstitious. If you think that I'm putting something into, you know, that's you're being superstitious. I didn't put that out like I'm the king of analogies. This is what I do. I give tons of analogies. I'm not putting anything out there. Some of y'all are weird, man. I did that post. I did a picture, and it was like Linares' body, and I put Mikey Garcia's head, and someone was like, "You're a fucking idiot, Ego. Mikey would never get knocked out by Lomachenko." Bro, I never said he would get knocked out. It's a picture. I posed a question on Instagram. Would this happen? Yes or no? This was for the fans. Some of y'all take this too serious. They got mad at me on Instagram because Mikey Garcia's head was on Linares' body. I'm asking the fans what they think. They was mad as fuck. Like, this is not my fight prediction. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say this was gonna happen, or I'm wishing. You're doing too much. It was like superstition. Ego, who do you think Loma fighting next? Bob Arum said he's fighting in August at the Forum. I would say Ray Beltran. That makes the most sense. It makes sense because Ray Beltran is a new title holder. He's with Top Rank. He's someone I think they were interested in matching Lomachenko with for his first fight at lightweight, but the public outcry wasn't the greatest. But now that Lomachenko just fought Linares and beat him, a respected champion with title defenses, then I think Lomachenko's earned whoever he wants to fight. Like, see, this is how I am when it comes to boxing. I don't care if he fights, like, I don't want to see him bring up a guy in like Mariaga, but if Mariaga was in his division, I don't care, because he just fought Linares. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be realistic in this game. He just stopped Linares his first fight, so he could fight Ray Beltran. I'm not tripping. That's a cool fight. You know what I mean? Ray Beltran has, at least he has experience fighting Pacquiao or sparring Pacquiao, being in the wild card gym and all that. And he has power, and he's a new champion. And he's like fighting for citizenship and all this. So that would be, I think that would do well at the Forum. And like I said, you got to be realistic. This man just moved up and fought a respected Linares, game, very good boxer, and he stopped him with a well-placed, beautiful body shot. So Lomachenko can fight whoever the fuck he wants next. Straight up. If he wants to fight Mikey Garcia next, Terence Crawford, if he wants to fight Tank Davis and they can make it, hey, I don't stand in the way. I'm not gonna say, oh no, don't fight Tank next. If he wants to go from one tough fight to immediately to another tough fight with Mikey or Tank, then great. But I'm saying he doesn't have to. I'm perfectly fine with him fighting, I don't know, Terry Flanagan, Beltran or something, just because you can't expect these fighters to have immense fight, tough fight, horribly tough fight, one after another every single outing. But here's the other thing. I told you I'm like Roy Jones. I make y'all remember what y'all say. Back in the day, when I was doing videos, Lomachenko called Terence Crawford out. And I said, I don't even want to see that. I don't think that's a good look. And a lot of you motherfuckers was telling me that Crawford would get washed by Lomachenko at 40, 47. You said he would lose. Remember I did that live stream? I could pull all this up. I did a live stream and I said, hold on, let me cut this down. I feel like I'm competing with the music. If you've been subscribed to my channel for 7-8 months or longer, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I want to know who's going to remember this. I want to know who's going to remember this. Because like I said, I didn't forget. Oh yeah, I remember that shit y'all told me. If you've been with my channel for 8 months or longer, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Gang. Okay, 2 years, hell yeah. Okay. So, we got some hell yeahs. We got some loyal Ego Army subscribers. Perfect. Who remembers the live stream that I did? It was after maybe Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux, right around there, I would say. And I started talking on the live stream, and there were fans. I was like Shane Mosley at lightweight or Lomachenko, and they're like, "Oh, Lomachenko would destroy Shane." I'm like, "What? Shane? That was his division." They're like, "Oh, he'd destroy Roberto Duran." So then, just to fuck with him, I said something that was like, I thought there's no way that the Lomachenko man fans would agree to this. And I said, okay, what about Lomachenko versus Tommy the Hitman Hearns? And you had idiots who really started justifying Lomachenko moving up to 154 and saying he would beat Tommy the Hitman Hearns. And I'm like, yo, this is unreal. I understand that the guy is talented, but I purposely put in like something that I thought would be too big of a jump just to see what people would say. And you really had Lomachenko man fans who said he would beat Tommy Hearns. Now all of a sudden they're saying, hey, 135 is his tops. See, y'all must have forgot. They said he would beat Tommy Hearns. And I'm like, no fucking way. I'm like, Tommy Hearns is like 6'1". And he has like a 70% knockout ratio. And at 54, how can Lomachenko beat? And they're like, oh, because Tommy Hearns was slow and he's never felt no one's like that moves like Loma's feet. And I'm like, really? Now all of a sudden, bring all that shit back to reality like I've been telling you. This is why we keep winning. This is why we keep winning. They said, I swear, I might even make a video about it. But then you'll say, oh, Ego, it's you being petty. See, why is it always my fault? So when y'all say this shit, and I'm like, no fucking way. And then if I bring it up, what you said just a few months ago, then it's me being petty. I'm the one, oh, that's ridiculous, Ego. That's fucking ridiculous. You just want Lomachenko to lose. No, I don't want him to lose. But you said he would beat Tommy Hearns at 154. I'm like, how? You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is crazy. Y'all really said he would beat Tommy Hitman Hearns at 154. And then on top of that, now they're saying, oh, he shouldn't fight past 135. That's his tops. And Terence Crawford is way too big. Mikey Garcia at 140, no can do. But you just said, and I was like, now you look stupid because now you, once again, I'm not going back on my word. I never wanted to see Lomachenko fight Tommy the Hitman Hearns. You know what I'm saying? But once again, this is why new media is fucking up old media. Remember when old media said that Lomachenko would arguably beat Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather? You know what I mean? They said he would. They said he would give him a tough ass fight, arguably beat him. Do you understand how pristine Floyd Mayweather's right hand is? And we just seen a Lomachenko who fought Linares, who's a well-respected person, but he wasn't even letting that many punches go. And they said that Lomachenko arguably beats Pretty Boy Floyd. Okay, so once again, now you're going to say I'm being petty, but this is what y'all was saying. This is why new media is the new wave. Because I just forced y'all to remember what you said. I never, listen, I could have went my whole life not comparing Lomachenko to Pacquiao, to Pretty Boy Floyd, guys in their own era that have done their own thing. But old media did it. They're the ones that brought this up. They're the ones that said Lomachenko, hey, the Lomachenko that showed up arguably would beat Pretty Boy Floyd. I mean, after watching last night's fight, do you guys still believe that? Honestly, in your heart of all hearts, do you believe that now? Because when I said it, when I disagreed with it, when I first heard it, y'all said, oh, you're hating. Floyd will get destroyed. He sucks. It's too easy, man. Shout out to Drederick Tatum, $2 super chat. I was in the stream when they said he would beat Sugar Ray Leonard too. That's what I'm saying. See, that's why new media is gonna keep winning, because it's just about consistency. I'm consistently saying the same shit. I never told you that Lomachenko would beat Pretty Boy Floyd. In fact, I never even made the comparison until old media made the comparison. I never just said, oh, Lomachenko, he need to fight this motherfucker, he need to fight Pretty Boy Floyd. Because that's some fantasy shit, and I know it'll never happen. Lomachenko, and I told you, Lomachenko can't beat 40-year-old Money Mayweather, let alone Pretty Boy Floyd. You know what I'm saying? You just seen him get timed with a right hand from Jorge Linares, and you talking about it's because Linares was big. Well, Floyd is big, and Floyd has a longer reach than Linares and a longer reach than Lomachenko. But once again, new media forces old media to remember what they said. It's that simple. Lomachenko is on the way to greatness. You could say he's great now, whatever. I'm cool with that. But I'm just putting it in a perspective, and I'm setting the tone for what you established, what old media established. I never brought up Pretty Boy Floyd and said he'll beat Sugar Ray and Tommy the Hitman. I didn't do that. I never said that would happen. I was just content enjoying Lomachenko's career, seeing where it takes him, seeing what challenges and accomplishments and accolades he goes through. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the Crawford fight. I told you guys, I never even wanted to really see that fight, because he'd be giving up a lot of weight, and I thought they were too far away in weight. But it was you motherfuckers and you man fans who are out here telling me that I don't know shit about boxing and that Lomachenko would beat Crawford. Now all of a sudden, Linares was just far too big and he weighed 152 pounds. Well, guess what? Terence Crawford fought Gamboa and he was weighing 155. That was years ago. So how the fuck, if you're complaining that Linares is weighing too much, even though Golden Boy and Team Linares just disputed in front of Team Lomachenko at the press conference when Bob Arum says, who asked that stupid question? They said, I don't know where you got this 152 number. See, you guys just hear something and just run with it. There's no traceable from the source this whole 152 number that Linares was allegedly weighing. You know what I mean? Who said that? Like, who's the person that leaked that? That, oh, Linares ballooned up to 152. Where is that information coming from? You know what I mean? Because Golden Boy denied it in front of Team Lomachenko's face. So who put Linares on the scale and he was weighing 152? So anyway, fuck all that. If you're complaining about a lightweight ballooning up to 152 allegedly, Crawford was ballooning up to 155 at 135 when he fought Gamboa, right? Now he's moving up closer to the welterweight, so who knows what he rehydrates to. I think in the Julius Ndongo, he was like in the 150s. So once again, I never set this precedence. I'm going off of what y'all said. Y'all said Lomachenko would beat Crawford. Lomachenko himself is the one that called out Crawford. So let's put this in perspective. I had a person on Twitter. I revisited the question, and once again, y'all get mad at me. Shout out to Josh Gett, $1 super chat, Shmoney Gang. And they said, oh, this shows you how great Lomachenko is because people want to match him with Crawford. We want to match him with Crawford because he said that. We're just going off of what he said. And his own team, credit to them, they said that's suicide to fight Crawford. I remember all of this. They said that would be suicide facing Terence Crawford. That doesn't make sense. So at least his own team was like pulling back Lomachenko's own ambitions. But if you think about it, Lomachenko is the one that called out Crawford. Now, after seeing this Linares shit I was telling y'all 8 months to a year ago, now people are like realizing, okay, weight matters. But that's, again, this is why new media is winning. This is why Eagles Army is winning. Because I don't have to wait for the Linares fight to have told you that. Some of y'all did. Oh, Crawford will get destroyed. And then now all of a sudden, this is his max weight. But you were saying he could beat Tommy Hearns at 54. He could beat Crawford at 140 to 147. Now all of a sudden, it's something different. So just check for consistency. That's the whole moral here. You know what I mean? Now people are saying Mikey Garcia is a competitive fight. Now people are saying Gervonta Tank Davis is a competitive fight. I've been telling you, I've been saying those are all good fights, all competitive fights. I'm just gonna show y'all because I like to show y'all my work, man. Because this is what they do. They want to flip it on you and say, "Oh, you're hating." So we're gonna see. Give me 1 second. Yo, smash the like button, and can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Smash the like button, yo. I'm trying to pull it up. 1 second. Look. This is from Unified Champion Clarissa Shields. She said, what I learned from tonight is that Lomachenko has beautiful footwork, nice jab with combos, but he is not unbeatable. Linares put up a good fight. Hope to see a unification bout between Gervonta Davis and Vasyl Lomachenko. That's from Clarissa Shields. And the funny thing is, Terence Crawford himself even said, I don't even really care about fighting Lomachenko because y'all motherfuckers won't give us credit.
You do it in the streets. You do it at home. The rest is bullshit.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Make sure y'all smash the like button. See, I'm really bringing y'all back on some Roy Jones shit. Because this is, like I said, this is what I love about time. You guys can say whatever, but time is going to reveal all. Who was said what and who meant what. Damn, I don't even know. I can't even find this. Hold on 1 second, yo. Broner stops Khan. That's a good fight. Man, there's a lot of good options for Lomachenko, though. In my opinion. See, look, this is what I'm saying. Someone just put right now, Loma will eat Terence Crawford for breakfast. Jorge Linares was bigger and stronger. Still, Lomachenko punished him. Terence Crawford is about the same size as Lomachenko. See, y'all man fans don't be doing justice. Like, nobody's tripping off of Lomachenko fighting Terence Crawford. But then when y'all keep saying stuff like that, it's just like, what? And when Lomachenko called him out, it's just like, okay, let's see it, LSI. He said Lomachenko will eat Crawford for breakfast. Okay. You know what I'm saying? This game is crazy. But like I said, they don't want to be reminded of this is what old media does. They don't want to be reminded of the shit they said. I didn't say these things. I didn't tell Lomachenko to call out Terence Crawford. He elected to do that. You know what I mean? And I was even telling y'all back then, I could show you, I'll pull up the videos and everything. I was telling you, I was like, man, Crawford is too big. Like, and y'all was, no, Crawford will get his catty ass whooped. Okay, let's see it. LSI. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there, too. Hold on 1 second. I just found it. I'm going to show y'all. See? It sucks that I have to even pull up all this shit, but I want y'all to be able to see. Y'all take a look at the comment section. Hold on. Check in the comment section right now. Bow. I just hit enter. That's the article. See? That's what I'm saying. New media. I forced you to remember the stuff you was talking about a couple months ago. That was after the Jason Sosa fight. Look. Lomachenko. Look at Ring Magazine. Credible source. Lomachenko dominates Sosa. Seeks future fights with Garcia, Crawford. I didn't say it. Don't be mad at me. Look, I just put the link. Everybody check the chat. See, this is what they hate. Being forced to remember what they said months ago. Look, don't blame me. Lomachenko dominates Sosa. Seeks future fights with Garcia, Crawford. So they set that standard. I told you back then, I'm not trying to see Crawford versus Lomachenko, because there's a massive size there. But it was y'all motherfuckers that was saying that Lomachenko would destroy Crawford. So that's all I'm saying. Stand by what you say. If you really feel that, then don't be switching up now, because Linares gave him a tough fight and knocked him down. End of story. But anyway, yesterday was a very good fight. Lomachenko has very good footwork, and I'm anxious to see what his next move is in the boxing game. Point blank, period. And see, I like. See, this is the thing that Lomachenko has done different than Golovkin, is he's younger than Golovkin, but he's like I think he's 30 and Golovkin's like 36, but he's fighting. If you think about it, Lomachenko has fought some guys that had a risk, but the money is not like, oh, you're fighting Canelo and you're getting this crazy. Like fighting Rigondeaux probably wasn't a massive career. It was like what the fight fans wanted. You know what I mean? But it wasn't like he was getting like a Canelo $5 million, $10 million guaranteed to fight him. You know what I'm saying? So Lomachenko he's ambitious and he's beasting up, and he's fighting like the Nicholas Walters, the Gary Russells, Salidos, Linares. Good fights, but not even necessarily fights that are they're like fan friendly. We'll give you a lot of credit fights with some risk and stuff like that. So hopefully Golovkin starts doing that. Like he did that with Jacobs, I would say. Canelo, I don't really consider, because Canelo is Canelo's a money fight. So who wouldn't want to take a money fight? But Lomachenko, he's definitely testing himself. For sure. Yeah, Loma's doing a great job. He looks sharp. And like I said, for me, I can always tell more about a fighter from a fight like the Linares. Good spirited effort from Linares, and it shows the character of both fighters, really, but especially the victor, because he had to go through some adversity. The Mariaga, not so much. Those fights didn't. Jason Sosa, I knew that was going to happen. You know what I mean? I knew it was going to happen in this Linares fight too, but Linares came to scrap. So I learned more about a fighter from those types of fights. So props to Lomachenko. I don't know who he's fighting next. I would say Ray Beltran if I had to guess. Haney called out Loma? I didn't see that. That ain't gonna happen. I don't see it happening. You know what I mean? Haney just fought Mason Menard. Where did he call him out? I didn't see that. So what would be the best opponent for Lomachenko? Not really a best. Like, I mean, the best. I guess the best is confusing. For me, the fights that I want to see the most from Lomachenko are Lomachenko versus Mikey Garcia or Lomachenko versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Those are the best in terms of everything. Financial blockbuster fights where both fighters should get a good paycheck, fan-friendly fights, exciting styles, and stuff like that. So that's my opinion. I think Tank and Mikey Garcia are the biggest fights to be made for Lomachenko. However, I'm realistic. He just went up and fought Linares. So, you know what I mean? He doesn't have to take two massively, potentially tough fights like that in a row. So he could fight Ray Beltran. I think that's a good... Ray Beltran has power, you know what I mean, and veteran experience. So just see what he looks like at the new weight with a different style. A guy who has power and experience and heart that hasn't showed to be a quitter, you know what I mean? So that's a good fight. And it's for a title. So that's cool. If he wants to fight a top 15 guy, I don't care. I mean, he's earned that right. He moved up in weight like he said he was going to do. So if he wants to fight, it don't matter. He can fight Terry Flanagan. But when you're asking me the best fights for him, like in terms of everything, or for me, is Mikey Garcia or Tank Davis. But, I mean, if he wants to move back down or bounce between the two weights, he could do that. Fight Berchelt, that's a good fight. You know what I mean? Loma would be the favorite in most of these fights. Fight Berchelt. If he's thinking about 130. So Ray Beltran, Berchelt, shit like that. But the biggest fights, the most anticipated fights for me, Mikey Garcia or Tank Davis. Luke Campbell, that's another good option. Luke Campbell acquitted himself well versus Jorge Linares, so that'd be a good in-between. You know what I mean? A title defense. That's what I'm saying. Lomachenko's earned the right to have a fair title defense. Wilder beat Stavern in a tough fight, the first fight, and he had a title defense against Eric Molina. So the same rule applies. Lomachenko could fight an Eric Molina, Johan Duhaupas type of title defense. Errol Spence, he fought Lamont Peterson, which was actually, that's not really a tune-up fight, but he made it look easy. And then now he's fighting Ocampo as mandatory. So I'm good. When fighters do what they're supposed to be doing, we gotta be realistic. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be like, oh, I win the title and then every single title defense is gonna be the number one guy in the division. That's not realistic. So Lomachenko, off that performance, just the fact that he moved up, you know what I mean? He's earned the right to have a fair title defense of his choice. Point blank, period. Wilder dominated the first fight with Stavern. It don't matter. He still was the challenger fighting a champion. So therefore, when he had a hometown Alabama title defense, he fought Eric Molina, and I was good with that. So the same rule applies for Lomachenko. See how we're consistent on this side? Lomachenko can fight whoever the fuck he wants for his next fight. Now, I don't want to say, oh, hey, you did this Linares great fight, so 5 fights from now, I don't want to see you fighting like, you know what I mean, just tune-up style fights. You get me? But, again, the business and stuff considered, it doesn't make sense for him to be like, oh, it's above and beyond when a fighter goes from like, hey, I'm fighting Linares, next fight Mikey Garcia, and then I'm fighting Tank Davis, then I'm fighting Robert Easter, then I'm fighting Terence. That would be too much. You know what I mean? That's not even realistic. No one's out there really doing that, having that tight of a schedule. And if they are, it's usually people who are getting stopped and losing, and on the losing side of their career. So they're just taking paychecks and, you know what I mean, taking super tough fights and being a stepping stone. So I don't agree with that. So Lomachenko, off of what he's done and how he looked, moving up in weight, he can fight whoever he wants. I'm not gonna complain. I think the most logical fit is Ray Beltran. It's an in-house top-ranked fight. Ray Beltran, I think, is based out of LA. He's fighting for citizenship. Good, probably a Mexican population that might support him. Lomachenko trains out in LA, Oxnard. Ray Beltran got a title, has power, experience, so I think that's logical. Yeah, man, but I love this. See, this is the thing too. Mikey Garcia versus Robert Easter looks like it's gonna get done. Garcia said he'll fight Spence after Porter. Yeah, I seen that interview. Shit, if he wants to. He said, what else is there to do at 47? Fucking do it. See, but this is the thing with me. Again, if someone wants to make their schedule that tight because they feel like they have something out to prove, so if you want to go from fighting Keith Thurman to Brandon Rios to Sean Porter for a title, and then your first title defense, you want to fight Errol Spence in the unification, I'm not going to stand in the way of that. So if that's what Danny Garcia chooses to do, but as a fan, that's not necessarily, I wouldn't probably advise that if I was Danny Garcia's people. You know what I'm saying? But if he wants to do it, fuck it, do it. Fight Spence. I would love to see that. Fight him. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. We about that life. Like, LSI, let's see it. Gabe Rosado over Chavez Jr. Yeah, I think that's more of somebody's co-main event, though. Put that on Canelo Triple G2 or some shit as a co-main event. Hey, speaking of fantasy fights, you know what I'm really thinking of? I just tweeted this out this morning. Or really last night. I don't know. Good fantasy fight for me. Y'all want to hear this good fantasy fight? If y'all want to hear it, can I get a hell yeah from the congregation? If y'all want to hear this fantasy ego matchmakers fight. This is so funny. Hugh says Loma is too small for Mikey and Mikey is good. This is so funny because I said it was a competitive fight months ago, years ago. Go listen to the videos on live streams, and people were saying Mikey Garcia would get whooped. And now the public opinion is some people are saying Loma's too small. But if he's too small, then why were y'all telling me that it's not a competitive fight 8 months ago when I was bringing it up? This shit is crazy how one fight and the public perception just changes like that. Y'all were telling me that Mikey Garcia would get dog walked by Lomachenko. Now you got people in the comments say, oh, Loma's weight, he's far too small. He bit off more than he could chew in this division. Like, what? Y'all was telling me Mikey would get stopped. And he's too slow and punching power don't mean shit. Now he's too small. This shit is crazy. Straight up, man. Straight up crazy. Because it's like a Twilight Zone. It's like, I could go to the videos right now. I'm not even going to do all that right now because y'all know what it is. I can go to the videos I did right now about Loma and Mikey. I might do it in a future video. And go look at the comments. Because I know you guys don't remember to go back to them old ass videos. I work too much. And I work just so you be searching through hella videos, trying to find, and hella comments, trying to find your comments. But you guys could go to those old videos and just look at how when I was talking about Mikey Garcia Lomachenko months ago, you know what I mean? After the Rigondeaux performance and stuff, just listen to what people were saying. And now all of a sudden it's Lomachenko's too small. He should go back to 30. What? Y'all was saying he could beat Crawford and Tommy Hearns and he could beat Mikey at 135 or 140. Now all of a sudden it's something different. This shit is crazy, man. True life crazy. But hey, it's boxing, so what else would we expect? Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right, now the match that I was thinking of is Ego Matchmakers. Eddie Hearn got a Billy to do this DAZN shit. He should make Kell Brook versus Jaime Munguia at 154. Kell Brook moved up the division. He beat Rabchenko, right? Basically. He beat Rabchenko, so he got his feet wet in the division. He wants, obviously, to become a champion in the new division. Make that and put that on DAZN. Kell Brook versus Jaime Munguia. Let's see it on DAZN. Jaime Munguia came out of nowhere and now he's a champion. We gotta respect it. See, y'all crazy. Antonio says Brook is too small. Brook is way too small. He's in the division. So who do you want him to fight? Why did he move to 54 if he's way too small? Because Jermell Charlo's big. Jared Swift Hurd is real big. Jaime Munguia is big. So if Brook is way too small, then how's he gonna get a title? Who is he gonna fight? Edeslandi Lada's big. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. Oh, Brook's far too small. That's the division he said he wants to fight at. He said he can't make 147 comfortably. So who do you want to see him fight? Y'all crazy, man. Like straight up. It like what? Who do you want to see? Liam Smith is big. Like what are you talking about? Stop trying to not have good fights happen. That's what I'm saying. Like y'all act like y'all babysitting these fights. Like y'all their parents or something. Like so we're gonna see Kell Brook, a respected former champion in another division. He's just gonna keep fighting Rabchenkas and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because everyone's big at 54, but that's the division he chose to move up to. You know what I mean? Jaime Munguia looks like a fucking giant. But at the same time, he can make the weight. He's in the division. He's young and inexperienced. So, I mean, somebody... What? Everyone's going to be bigger than Kell Brook. You know what I mean? Jermell Charlo, Lada. You know what I'm saying? This is what's wrong with boxing. Y'all want to pull guys up. You know what I mean? You want Triple G to fight all types of 100, all types of gangs, all types of 154 pounders, huh? You don't have a problem with Gabe Rosado getting beat to the point where he's bloody versus Triple G, or Ishida getting knocked through the ropes by Golovkin, or Vanes Martirosyan being stopped for the first time in his career in 2 rounds. You know what I mean? But you don't want to see Triple G versus Charlo because Golovkin got older and Charlo was too big. What? Y'all crazy, man. That's crazy. Like, it's like, what fights do you want? Like, and see, this is crazy too. It's like, fight fans, we should be dictating what we want to see, but y'all be preventing for Wilder Joshua should never happen. Charlo said a mean thing about Triple G. Triple G should never give him the fight. It's crazy. Like, what boxing fan says give me less? Kell Brook should never fight Jaime. He's too small. Like, who do you want to see him fight? That's like if you go to a strip club, bring out all ugly bitches. I don't even want nice, pretty girls with good bodies. Bring on the ugly bitches. I want ugly tramp. Like, so you want to spend your money on ugly bitches at the strip club? Like, this game is weird to me, man. I'm glad I just get my money and just help my family, but these motherfuckers is weird. Y'all talking about go to the strip club and yeah, I know she's drop dead gorgeous, but bring some ugly bitch out. Where the ugly ones? I know you got some uglies in the back, the ones with bullet holes in their thighs. That's the one I want. Like, who does that? Who goes to a strip club and wants to see the ugliest bitches with flat ass and, you know what I mean, mosquito bites? Do you want to see them come out? But then the dime piece, drop dead gorgeous, banging body strippers, fuck that. Take all that beauty to the girl collection. Bring the uglies out. I want the ugly skanks. This is the type of dumb shit boxing fans do. Fuck Joshua Wilder. Wilder, earn your keep. Fight Dillian White. Okay, so he should fight the guy that AJ knocked out that doesn't have a title. But you're so anti Joshua Wilder. This shit is crazy, bro. Yeah, girl collection with all that dime piece shit. I like my chicks ugly. Drake $2 super chat. With the logic, the Super Bowl should never happen. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no crescendo. It never amounts to anything. You don't want Triple G to fight Charlo. You don't want Keith Thurman to fight Spence. You don't want Joshua to fight Wilder. You don't want Lomachenko to fight Mikey Garcia. You know what I'm saying? See, this is funny. Lomachenko, you don't want to see him fight Mikey Garcia because Mikey's too big. You know what I mean? But then when Miguel Mariaga and Rigondeaux had to move up in weight to fight Lomachenko, you didn't have a problem with that. This is crazy. Shouldn't you just want to see good fights as fight fans? No, I don't want anything good. I like torture. I want Dillian White, Lucas Brown. That's the real money fight. Oh, this is crazy, man. Oh shit. Passive student going in on y'all. He said, this is absurd. Fucking absurd. These millennials are soft as fuck. That's what I'm saying. Listen, I might have to get into the promotional game because it's a real life hustle. If I have my team and they're looking on the comments and seeing the shit that the fans accept, I would string out all these fights. Like, hey, it's 2009. Fans want Canelo Golovkin. Let's just make them wait till 2017 because y'all accept it. So why would they do anything different? You know, and at the end of the day, like, y'all could say whatever. Oh, like, some people try to hate and stuff. I feel like if Joshua Wilder happens this year, you could thank my channel, whether you want to. I'm not saying it's just my channel, but definitely I've made tons of videos that have produced tons of views, opened up dialogues, kept y'all informed of what was talking about, which in turn creates interest. So, at the end of the day, thank me later if fights like that happen, because I'm definitely playing my part to get these fights done and like to bring awareness, if you will, of these fights. But yeah, man, boxing's in a good spot. Lomachenko's looking beastie. He looks sharp. A lot of options out there for him. Triple G, a lot of middleweight options. We didn't have that. See, this is, people think I'm just on here like, oh, he's just ranting. Whatever, don't watch me. But Triple G has more options at middleweight that are compelling, not just options. Anyone can have options. Like if I'm like, let's say we're in a van and I'm like, hey, what do you want to go eat, this shit burger or you want to eat this poisonous mushroom? Those are options, but none of them are good. Or I got these cyanide pills. You're like, okay, cyanide pills, poisonous mushrooms, or a shit burger. That all sounds horrible. You know what I mean? So it's not just about options. It's about the right options. Triple G right now has more options than since his HBO debut. You get what I'm saying? When he was fighting Gregor's Proska, there weren't many names there for him at middleweight. And then the ones that were there, like Sergio Martinez, Miguel Cotto, they were kind of at the end of their careers. They knew Golovkin was looking monstrous, and you know, it didn't look like they wanted to fight him. Canelo was still at 54, playing with 55 Canelo weight. But times have changed, man. Smash the like button. You heard King Corleone. We got to get them likes up. I'm about to bounce anyway. Hey, King Corleone, how many likes we got? Shit burger, laughing my ass off. I'm gone. Y'all know what I'm saying is real. I'm just saying it's not just about options. It's about having good options. Now Triple G has some certified good options that he could fight. Yeah, someone said Triple G Andrade. Shout out to Benny. Triple G Andrade. Danny Jacobs. We got to get these likes higher. Smash the like button. We should definitely be at 200 by now. But Charlo, Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah, a lot of good fights out there for him. And then like at 154, you got a new player. I mean, he's a champion. He's 21 and all that. The gloves are off. You're a champion now. Jaime Munguia. I see my dude Swift Jared Hurd. He already said he was down for that Jaime Munguia work. He said, let's unify. So 154 is popping. You have Danny Garcia, who's now saying Errol Spence. Errol Spence, I mean, they got to put their money where their mouth is, because we know that Danny Garcia is likely to fight Sean Porter next. But now he's bringing up Errol Spence's name more often. So if he gets past Porter, I would love to see it. See? This is a new regime, a new time in boxing. This is me Etta, like Canelo be saying. Let's see it. Period. I want to see it. These are all great fights. Yeah, smash the like button. Yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I wanted to kind of recap Lomachenko. He did a damn thing. You know what I mean? But I do believe that this Lomachenko performance, since it showed a more human side of him, you know what I mean? Because he was rivaled in certain spots. it's brought people back down to reality. Like with this whole Matrix and Lomachenko shit. Like basically all the shit old media was telling you about is brought it into perspective. Now we see that Lomachenko, he can deal with adversity. He's an elite fighter, but there are flaws to his game just like everyone else. It's just up to you to exploit them, which created a lot of I just see people talking, you know what I mean? Some people would say Gervonta Tank Davis was going to get killed, but then now I've seen people say, hey, after watching this fight, Tank has a real shot in there. You know what I mean? Some people were saying Mikey Garcia will get embarrassed, but now people are saying, oh, hey, if Linares is able to drop you. So these are all good things for boxing, and it's good for Lomachenko. It's good for Lomachenko because he's a huge talent. So whereas some guys may price themselves out or whatever he feels might happen, now since you showed an element of vulnerability and overcame it, then now hopefully more people, it's easier to make these fights because now they won't be afraid of the Matrix if that's what you felt. Yeah, I think Linares, he should have done some things different, but credit to Lomachenko. Linares, it's just like I said, Canelo versus Mayweather. Use your advantages. Don't take something that's not your advantage and then try to fight like it is your advantage. I know that sounds confusing, but again, Canelo, you're younger, you're stronger, or you feel you're stronger than Floyd, and you're bigger than him, and you rehydrated more. Use that. Don't try to outbox him. Linares, why are you constantly backing up and letting the little man get off first and walk you down? Now, maybe it's just so much harder, like easier said than done or whatever, but that shouldn't be the case. The taller man constantly backing up and constantly looking to counter. Like it worked out for him when Lomachenko was squared up and he got caught in the 6th round and got dropped. But for large chunks of the fight, you shouldn't be backing up as the taller man. Establish your jab. See, some people, they fight, maybe it's the presence, like, you know, you're in there with the disrespected guy and you forget to do certain things, but people, how they choose game plan wise to fight with Loma it behooves me. You know what I mean? Like, you need to keep that jab on him. He's throwing way too many punches and he's right in your front door. So he must, I think it's the footwork, and then it's tricking him or something. But it's like, how's he backing you up? I mean, hey, I guess it's just Loma's experience, because he knows how to do that. Like, that's one thing I love about Lomachenko is he's active. Like, he's like, even though he's just throwing punches out there, and then he'll rip with it. That's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to just throw everything like, like, you know, everything's not supposed to be loaded up on and hard. But he throwing, you know what I mean, rangefinder, good jab, rangefinder jab, little decoy punches. Then he'll throw a hard upper. Like, you know what I mean? That's boxing. Sweet science shit. And he just keeps himself busy and keeps active. And these guys, it's like, it befuddles. Oh, what do I do? He's throwing. Like, I don't know. He's just staying busy enough to keep you working, keep you. And I think it's that he's like, you know what, Lomachenko, this is no insult to him, but he reminds me of a kid with like ADHD, like a guy that's his style of fight. It's like really, like I knew some kids that had ADD, ADHD and all that, right? And if they didn't take Ritalin, they're all hyper and like hyped up, or like someone on caffeine. That's how he fights. His hands are busy, his feet, he's moving, he's real fidgety. That takes a lot of energy. You know what I mean? But he's mastered that, and that's what is his strong suit. Fighting at the mid-range and bow, 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 letting his hands go, like, you know what I mean, some head movement. He's doing those different things. Hey, block King Corleone, block back night 1. We're not dealing with the dumb shit. Yeah, you back tonight because we gonna fade to black on your dumb ass. King Corleone, clap him. Back night 1. See, you don't come in the kingdom talking crazy. Rockabye, baby. Listen, I'm not saying nothing disrespectful, and oh, Ego, you're fucking stupid. Okay, well, you fucking blocked. How about that? Yeah. Nino Brown shit. Yeah. Rockabye, baby. Yeah, Lomachenko has that style where he's like a rambunctious kid, like remember on Talladega Nights, Will Ferrell's kids, he's like, you gonna let your kids talk to me? Hell yeah, Chip. I love the way they're talking to you. And he's like, I'm all hyped up on Mountain Dew, Chip. I'm gonna be all over you like a spider monkey. That's Lomachenko. He gonna be all over your ass like a spider monkey. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew, Chip. Lomachenko gonna be on that ass like a spider monkey. He's just like real hyper and like, yeah. You know what I mean? It's a thinking. Boxing is a thinking man's game. Lomachenko gonna make your ass think. So, shout out to him. Great performance. That showed me something. That showed me a lot more than Mariaga's and even the Rigondeaux fight. Even though I respect Rigondeaux and I thought Rigondeaux could pull it off and beat him, and he's a gold medalist. That showed me more because, you know what I mean, he had to deal with the knockdown, deal with the bigger guy in front of you, stuff like that. That Jaime Munguia looked big as fuck, man. He looked big. I like that. I mean, he didn't look like he was playing no games out there at 54. Damn, King Corleone clapping, y'all, dumbasses. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. Smash the like button. That's basically what I wanted to talk about. Lomachenko, he's the man. I mean, until otherwise proven. The best fights out there for him, for me, Mikey Garcia, Tank Davis. Reasonable fights that I would still like to see. If it's not going to be one of those masterful fights or big, meaningful fights as big, would be Miguel Berchelt if he's going to 30, or Ray Beltran if he's going to stay at 35. I mean, even if he wanted to rematch Felix Verdejo, but I don't think he already beat Verdejo in the amateurs, and Verdejo got stopped recently, so I doubt Verdejo's team would be fucking with that. But lots of options, and like I said, Triple G, I want him to pursue greatness like Lomachenko's doing it. Triple G's like 6 years older than Lomachenko. Lomachenko is trying to collect scalps and bodies. He's on some predator shit. You know what I mean? He's trying to run through. He knows his time is limited in terms of like the age he turned pro and stuff. So he's just trying to rack up the victories and get the high score. So I respect that. Triple G should do the same thing. He started off good fighting Daniel Jacobs and then Canelo, but then he kind of regressed Vanes Matarosen. He's blaming on it being last minute notice. Okay, now you have more time to prepare your next fight. So hopefully it's something good. I know I had one more thing I was gonna say. Fuck. Oh, Mikey Garcia versus Robert Easter. Looks like it's getting close. Brilliant fight. I love that. And it's in LA, my home state. That's a good fight. What you talking about? No. Why are you yelling no? Y'all crazy. Yeah, man. I like that Mikey Garcia. You can say whatever you want about Robert Easter, but I think that's a good fight. And like, fans be like, oh, so-and-so's going to get destroyed. If Mikey destroys Robert Easter, that's a hell of an accomplishment, because no one else has stopped him. So Mikey will have been the first. If Robert Easter stops Mikey, no one stopped him. So I'm not, either way, if it's just a war and it goes to the card, then that's what we got. So I'm happy either way. That's a good ass fight. Hey, Showtime, I still think Showtime is bodying the competition, and then it's ESPN. We have yet to see what Eddie Hearn and DAZN talking about until they start releasing fights. But Showtime's definitely killing, especially if they get that Mikey Garcia, Robert Easter done. That's a hell of a fight. Staples Center. They got Leo Santa Cruz, Adam Amadeus rematch with Jermell Charlo Trout on the card. They got Badu Jack versus Donda Stevenson. They got Joseph Jojo Diaz from Golden Boy fighting against Gary Russell in Maryland. You know what I mean? So if they get Mikey Garcia and Robert Easter, that's a hell of hellified card. You know what I mean? ESPN's doing some real good shit too. Top Rank, because when I say ESPN, I'm usually referring to Top Rank because they're putting on the best fights for that network. Golden Boy has a deal with them, and I think maybe some other people, but Top Rank's putting the best ESPN fights on there for sure. Jeff Horn, Terence Crawford's the next big one. They got some Fresno cards. You know, I really like the Filipino cat, Jerwin and Casas. He's fighting out here in Northern California, so I'm gonna try to get to that in Fresno. But I like his fighting style. I mean, he's not in a major fight, but they're trying to build him up, so that should be a good one. Yeah, man, ESPN's doing good. They're doing good. Top Rank's doing good with giving us some good matches. Boxing is where it needs to be, man. Hey, HBO, you gotta do something, babe. Make it hot. HBO, man. Hey, one thing I will say about ESPN is that commentary. Oh my god. Like, Lomachenko is very talented. I'm not saying you should be on a network like hating on your product, but it's like HBO Junior. Like, it's like, thing I don't understand about old media, and maybe they'll never get it, is you don't have to oversell a good product. Lomachenko is good. He's a good. Remember when Jamal Charles said, I'm good. Lomachenko's good. Is he okay? He's good. You don't have to, like, his performances, his ambition, his preparation, him being in shape, all that is going to speak for him. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, like, in my honest opinion, this was just to give you all a quick example. Lomachenko, they're doing what HBO does, and I'm telling you, man, especially with new media. Maybe a couple years ago, before Ego's Army got prevalent and new media and stuff, you can't do that anymore because then people are going to be able to see the difference. What I mean is, like, if you're calling the fight, no matter who the horse is in the race, just call it right how you see it. Like, they, like, let them tell it the way ESPN was calling that fight. They were making it sound like Linares was, like, not doing anything. Now, I do think he was probably losing, you know what I mean? So I don't have a problem with that, but it's not even just that. It's how you're calling the fight. He was still doing some good work. Even if the round's close and you edge the round to Lomachenko, it's like, no matter what he's doing, Linares is never really being given, they're not giving you much insight to Linares's, what he's doing, right or wrong. You know what I mean? Well, maybe wrong, but not really what he's doing right. They're just making it sound as like Loma's just dancing around him and bullying him. Loma's getting off first, throwing more punches. You know what I mean? But there was a couple spots, like in round, I think it was round 9. I think 8 or 9. Lomachenko was in the center of the ring and started getting blasted with shots. Bow, bow, bow. And his head went back kind of crazy. Lomachenko released some shit on him, some kind of combo. And then there was another stanza. I don't even remember the round, to be honest. But Linares, he showed the hand speed. He's like, da, 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 da. And he started ripping Loma's body with like a succession of punches, like 3 to 5 punches. And I was like, oh my gosh, that was, because you don't really see people get combinations off on Lomachenko. And Linares didn't, and I don't even remember ESPN saying shit about it. And I thought that was a beautiful body combination by Linares. That's what I'm saying. But they made it sound like, you know what I mean, like Lomachenko was, like it was Lomachenko Rigondeaux, where, you know what I mean, Rigondeaux's not really even doing nothing. Linares was in there. You know what I'm saying? And even the judges, one judge had Linares winning 2 rounds, the other judge had Loma winning 2 rounds, and one had it a draw. But then let the ESPN commentary tell you wouldn't see anything close to that, because they were just making like, oh, Loma, we've never seen this before. This is crazy. Like, instead of giving Linares props for what he was doing, it was like they were kind of focused on just the negative. They even gave his cornerman credit. He stopped the cut, but you're not really telling us nothing. So ESPN, I think they can tidy up on that. You know what I'm saying? ESPN is HBO on steroid. Like, I mean, I guess maybe it's the audience that they're trying to target. Like, for boxing, real boxing fans, I don't feel like it does us any favors. You know what I'm saying? It's like a comic book movie. Let's say for the real Marvel comic book fans that read all the comics and stuff, if you make the movie a great movie and you keep the character as true to life as the comic, then the real hardcore comic fans are going to appreciate you for it. Like, man, that's an accurate portrayal of Venom. Eddie Brock acted just like that. He was hearing the voices. I have issue number 37 when he got the symbiote suit. And Eddie Brock started hearing voices, and this is how you know what I mean? When you keep it true to that, just like in boxing, you kept it true to the sweet science, then the real hardcore fans that are always going to be here, not just casual people who just peek their head in the door, then they peek their head in the door in MMA, maybe watch some football, soccer, you know what I mean? They'll respect you more for it, you know what I mean? But it doesn't really do any, like HBO, ESPN commentary, I don't feel like it does much favors for the audience that are like myself, or what I consider myself to be a hardcore boxing fan. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta give props to Showtime. I'm being transparent. You guys maybe disagree, but let's say they have a known cash cow like Broner. And this is just an example because I was actually at the fight as media, so I didn't watch it on the playback, but I'm just giving an example because I have seen it before. Let's say Broner versus Vargas. Now, Broner is the bigger star for the network. Jesse Vargas, in fact, was with Top Rank up until maybe a couple fights ago. You know what I mean? So the established cash cow definitely is Broner. Broner has been on the Showtime network much more times than Jesse Vargas. But if you listen to how they would commentate the fight, right? It's not like everything is pro Broner. You know what I'm saying? Or even Paulie Malignaggi, who in the past fought Broner and had bad blood with him, he always stays professional. Like, I think him and Broner are cool now, but even closer to when they fought, if he was covering like Broner Maidana, he wasn't letting his bad blood or his influence or his personal experience, like, why are you bragging about taking my side pick? He wasn't doing it. He was just talking about what Maidana was doing. He tricked him with the left of the body and da-da-da-da. Like, I feel like they call it much more fair. They could easily just start talking about everything Broner's doing and how flash, but they're giving Jesse Vargas credit. You know what I mean? I think Showtime does a pretty good job of that, where their commentary doesn't seem like they really and truly have a major horse in the race as often. You know what I mean? Paulie starts breaking down like, whoa, Jesse Vargas, that was a good body attack. You know what I mean? They're not just like, oh, Broner, he hits him again. Like, but ESPN, that's not the case at all. We get it. Lomachenko is a great fighter, but Tim Bradley is like, we've never seen this in a billion years of boxing. Like, really? You've never seen nothing close to what Lomachenko, like, I don't know. Maybe I just see boxing different. But they're like, oh, we've never seen. Like, what are you talking about? Lomachenko did get beat, and he still hasn't avenged that loss. Which, at this point, he would probably beat Salido for sure. But we still haven't seen it, so we don't know. Some guys just have your number. We still never got that opportunity. But we've never seen it. Like, but I have seen him take a loss. That's what I did see. You know what I mean? How you never seen it? You never seen Floyd lose. You never even seen Floyd knocked on his butt like we just seen Lomachenko. But you've never seen it. Like, this shit is crazy to me, to be honest. You know what I mean? And I don't think none of that's necessary. Just see, and then when I say this, then I'm the hater because this is the fucked up part. Shout out to Octavius 72 $5 super chat. Lenatus was reluctant to go to the body. Loma's corner was already in the ref's head and warning him of low blows. Just my observation. Thank you for the super chat and the comment. This is the part that is like annoying. Man fans are so radical that to undo the bullshit that they put out there, or even old media, to undo what they do, then it makes it like you're hating on the person because they went too far with it and you brought it back to reality. That's the worst part about man fans and old media, is they'll go super to the outer limits with something, and then when you try to bring it back into perspective, now you're the hater because you took that away from them, or you put it back into perspective or context. You guys get me? Like, let's say I said, oh, next fight, I'm going to Errol Spence fight in Dallas, man. I got this chick. Oh my gosh. Her shit like plickety plickety plick out. Oh my god. She a dime piece. Nobody ever seen a chick this bad. What does Lil Tay say on the videos? You never seen this in your broke lives. Like, you know what I'm saying? I spend weeks and months telling you about how fine this girl is gonna be and shit. She makes Halle Berry look like a fucking chupacabra. She made Rihanna look like trash. She makes J-Lo look like shit. And I'm doing all this to tell you about the girl that I'm bringing to Errol Spence's fight. This is hypothetical because I don't like to bring sand to the beach. But anyway, I tell you all this stuff about how this girl is so fine. And then you start seeing pictures surface of me and the chick at Errol Spence's fight. And you look at her like, oh, she's cool. You know what I mean? Nice lips. She's got a nice body. But Ego is doing too much. She's cool, but he made it sound, I thought I was going to see something that just walked out of heaven type shit. You guys get what see, y'all, stop making me laugh. Someone said chupacabra. I'm just saying, like, but that, whose fault is that at that point? Is it my fault for kind of taking something that was truthful and exaggerating it to the next level, and then now y'all put it in perspective? Are y'all haters for saying like, no, don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted, we everybody was smash, she's cool, she looks good, but you put too much on it, you know what I mean? You put 10 on 12. Like, that's what happens with old media man fan. I bring shit back to reality based on what I see, but because ESPN or whoever, they did all this radical shit, then now I'm the hater for speaking up and speaking my mind in response to what they said. Like when they said Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez was the best 25 in the last 25 years. I didn't believe that. He's about to break Floyd's record. Oh, he's the number one. Like, that's what they were telling me. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm speaking it, I'm like, he's a good fighter. Like Floyd said, Chocolatito, he's a good little fighter. I don't have nothing against him, but I don't think he's number one pound for pound. So, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to bring it back into context. Shout out to Sura47, $5 super chat. ESPN commentators were performing verbal fellatio. Keep up the good work, Ego. Wow. He said hot fellatio, hot jalapeno mouth. That man said verbal fellatio. So, yeah, man. That's the only thing about old media and the man fans. They're so dramatic and so radical that when you try to have a regular conversation, they're trying to make you sound like a hater because you're not gonna admit Chocolatito is the number one. Like, I'm not admitting shit because I don't believe that. And then when something happens, like he loses to a sore rung Vasyl, then what? They don't come back and say, oh, damn, Ego, you were right all along. Maybe he's not the number one. They just move on to the next person. You know what I'm saying? The Triple G. And then if Triple G fights Charlo and let's say he loses, oh, they don't come back, oh, Ego, you're right, that was a potentially difficult fight. And then they just move on to the next and, oh, you're racist still. Like, come on, man. Y'all can't fuck with me, man. So, ESPN needs 90% of its audience to be casuals. Nah, I don't believe that. Because at the end of the day, Manny has 8 weight classes, not 7. But at the end of the day, you should be educating the fans. Like, show them the perspective. Like, the stuff I'm saying, I could show you half of what I've said. More than half. Like, if I've said stuff of opinion, I'm telling you why. I could show you the box rec to show that Errol Spence fought Lamont Peterson and he did this. And, you know what I mean? I could show you what I'm talking about. But to say that Lomachenko, we've never ever seen a fighter do some of the stuff, there's no real proof of that. You know what I mean? In 12 fights especially. You get what I'm saying? In 12 fights, we can't say, how could we say when we've seen 60 Roy Jones fights, we've seen 50 Floyd fights, we've seen Pacquiao's up there in the 60s. You know what I'm saying? And their careers are finished. Lomachenko's still working on his career. So just fall back, let that man be great, and let him earn it, and let him just continue to be ambitious, and then we have no problem. But once again, I force you guys to remember what you said, right? It was Loma who called. I got the thing. I'll send it to you again. Look, it's in the comment section. It says, Lomachenko dominates Jason Sosa, seeks future fights with Garcia and Crawford. Look in the comment section right now. If you're watching the replay, watch that. So that's not me hating. He called out Garcia. He called out Crawford. I just sent you the link. I'm going to send it again because this is what we do on this side. Bow. If you're watching the replay, you'll see a comment from Boxingego. That is me. And that's the interview where after he demolished Jason Sosa and Lomachenko, he said his big picture is he wants to fight Terence Crawford, but he would also want to fight Mikey Garcia. Don't call me a hater. Oh, you're trying, Mikey's too big, Crawford's too big, you're just trying to match him tough. He said that. He said he would fight Crawford. I don't give a fuck if he fought Crawford or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he fought Terrence Howard. I didn't bring that up. He did. Lomachenko different than a dog, man. The Matrix. I'm trying to tell Lomachenko to stay at 130. You got to stay at 130, man. 140 is too much weight, man. that's Terrence Howard. That's a Loma. If you knew it was good, I'm just playing with you, young blood, man. You got to stay at 130. Go after Tank, man. You shouldn't be fighting. Shouldn't be fighting Crawford. Don't do it to Bud, man. Let Bud fight them bigger guys, man. Let him fight Pacquiao. Let him fight Jeff Horn from Australia, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell him to call out Crawford. He did. I'm just saying, man. What's up with this hustle and flow, man? I didn't tell that man to call out Crawford. He did. I didn't tell him to call out Garcia. But now that you brought it up, let's see. I was just playing. Rylan, you said I'm stupid, man. I was just playing with you, man. Empire, man. Hey, y'all tripping. It's his ultimate goal, I think. Okay, then ultimately fight Terence Crawford, and we'll see. I was just playing with you, man. All right, I got another hot seat. I'm about to fuck this boy up. Tony Ladd, he says you're biased as fuck. Go. What am I saying that's biased? Explain it, man. You in the hot seat. I'm biased. I promise you I won't lose. So Tony Ladd, you want to speak up? You got the floor. What did I say that's biased as fuck? What do you disagree with? That's a great starting point. Let's see how long it takes for young Tony to respond. Everybody remember this name because he's the next contestant on the hot seat. He is the next victim on the hot seat. He says, you biased as fuck. Okay, what? Tony Ladd. So what was biased? What did I say? What do you disagree with? You see how quiet Tony got? He's trying to check in with Tony Stark's Iron Man. Yeah, Cisco said, come on, Tony, let him have it, LOL. That's what I'm saying. I'm biased as fuck, man. You said I was biased, man. You awfully quiet, man. Bars. I said you said I was biased, man, but you awfully quiet, man. Tony Stark in the dark. You always favor Wilder over Joshua. Strike one. I ain't said nothing about Wilder Joshua barely in this whole conversation. Strike one. You gotta do better. Motherfucker talking about Joshua. I've been on here for hours. Have y'all even heard me really even talking about Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua for the bulk of this? We talked about Lomachenko more than anything. That's how I know you're reaching. But anyway, reach for the stars. Your time is almost up. Come on, Mr. Fantastic. Stretch Armstrong. Keep reaching. How am I biased? You're biased. You see, that's how you know, man. I'm doing it for the culture. But I am a vulture. I'm a scavenger. And we got another victim in the hot seat. Let's get it. Y'all always say the dumb shit. Oh, you're biased. What are you talking about? No one's even talking about Anthony Joshua or Wilder. So he disappeared for a minute, and then the best thing he can come up with was something that nobody was even really talking about. We were talking about Lomachenko, Crawford, Mike Garcia. You bring up, that's how I know you casual. That's why I know you can't fuck with me. It's just like when I tell people I cover boxing and I could tell they're not real boxing fans because they bring up Mayweather, Pacquiao, and that's all they know, or Mike Tyson. You're in the same boat. Oh, but Mike Tyson, he was good. Like Tyson, he was in like the 80s and 90s. We're in a whole different generation. Tyson doing Broadway plays and shit. Shout out to him. They making a movie about that man. So like, where's Tony Ladd at? I told you I wouldn't lose. Where Tony at? Come on, you already got strike one. You bring up Joshua Wilder. We're not even talking about them. I'm so hungry. I'm hungry. I want to eat. I'm about to eat Tony for dinner. I'm gonna eat his kids. Come on, Tony. Hey, shooters, put him on the count. He's scared. They running scared like the Paul Walker movie. Gregory Hines and them. They running scared. I told you ain't no work. All right, nobody block. I'm focused. We gonna jump into the next hot seat. Shooters, stand down. I'm focused. D. Do not block him. You will lose your shooter privilege if you block IMD, because we have our next contestant. IMD, do not block him until after this. I'm on my jigsaw shit. I want to play a game. We gonna have a Saw movie out this motherfucker. He says get trolled. No, you about to get trolled. It's too late. Don't try to back off the blocks now. All right, Finkley, block the Tony Ladd, or one of the shooters, Tony Ladd. And once I see him blocked, I'll start the next hot seat. His name is I Am Focused. Yeah, Tony Ladd, off him, because he just disappeared, so he's done for. I told you we got a government. We have a whole structure here. Tony Ladd, anybody wants to clap? Okay, bow. Finkley got him. All right, we got the next contestant. I Am Focused D says you racist to white fighters. Go. What did I say against white fighters that was racist? Very easy. I'll put $1,000 into some kind of game if you beat me right now. See, time is money. I don't want to waste y'all time. If you beat me in this hot seat, I'll do something for the channel where $1,000 gets dispersed to the fans. I literally wrote that after Tony accused you and didn't back it up. Bro, you playing with fire, because if I'm in hot seat mode and now you playing around like, oh, hey, I was just saying that. Don't put that. If you put that stuff on my name, just be prepared to back it out, because I'm going to take it like you're calling me this. All you said is you're racist towards white fighters. So you're playing with a deadly game, because if you just say you're racist towards white fighters, then now it falls on you. Anyway, put him on timeout for wasting my time. I Am Focused. Put him in timeout. He can come back, but put him in timeout. Y'all better be careful about how you word this stuff, because y'all not gonna throw dirt on my name talking about I'm racist to anybody without being prepared to back it up. He just admitted. He said, I just wanted attention. Well, now you in timeout. Look at the wall. You got the attention that you've been desiring. This is not a game, man. You'll take this internet shit too far. This is a business. We're here to talk the business of boxing, fight news, perspective, different stuff. That's all good, but y'all not gonna be throwing dirt on the name that I worked hard with y'all to create. You know what I mean? Oh, you're racist. Okay, prove it. You hate white fight. Okay, prove it. That's all I'm gonna say. So if you're talking from the perspective of a casual, then you better make that clear. Anyway, boxing's in a great spot. I'm loving it. I'm gonna be going on this world tour this week, so I'm gonna be running, ripping and running and gunning. Danny Garcia said he wants that smoke with Errol Spence. I'll do a video on that for y'all. Lomachenko looks sharp, battle some adversity, probably his toughest fight. I think we could probably all say it's his toughest fight out of his 12 fights that he had. Gary Russell versus Joseph Jojo Diaz. I'm checking for that. That's a good, meaningful fight. Once beaten versus undefeated. champion versus number 1 challenger. Shout out to Golden Boy and Al Heyman working together to get that done. Badu Jack, Adonis Stevenson, another great fight on the same night. I do want to see Lomachenko versus Mikey or Tank, but he's earned the right to take a title defense. You know what I mean? Preferably someone top 15 or so at lightweight if that's where he's going to stay. If not, maybe go back down to 30 and fight. I don't really want to see him go back down. It's going to look like he had too much issue at 135 if he just immediately goes down. You know what I mean? But, I mean, if he does, I think Miguel Berchelt or Tank Davis, those are all good fights for him at 130. The jury's still out on Eddie Hearn. It's not delivery. It's the zone. I don't know. I got to see what fights he puts on. Put Kell Brook and Jaime Munguia on there. That's solid all the way through. Kell Brook should be wanting to get a belt. You know what I mean? I don't think there's any kind of promotional issues that will prevent that, like Cold Wars where Eddie Hearn can't work with Xanifer or whoever Jaime Munguia is with. He just stopped a champion impressively in 4 rounds. Mikey would dog walk Lomachenko, says Demand. Let's see it. What about a unification with Ray Beltran for Lomachenko ego? Yeah, you missed it. I talked about that earlier. I'm with it. Bob Aram says August return, the Forum. That's a perfect place. Beltran trains out in LA area. Lomachenko trains in the LA area, Oxnard. They could do good numbers. It's a title fight, unification. I'm with it. Canelo ain't drug testing. I don't know what that's about. I don't know you beat, I don't know you lost to. You know, I'm being honest. I'm kind of over the Canelo Triple G. Like, if there's more drama, like something else comes, like all this back and forth, then Triple G and Canelo should probably go their own ways and define their own careers and then meet up later after this shit settles. But I'm kind of over it. You know what I mean? Hopefully, put it this way. If they try to negotiate, like, remember when they tried to negotiate in Triple G, they're like, hey, we'll give you a flat rate of 15 mil. If it's long, laborious negotiations, Triple G just fight Charlo, fight Derevyanchenko, Jacobs rematch, Andre, Canelo fight Billy Joe, Gary Spike O'Sullivan, Andre, Charlo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to see that. I don't want to see this big ass, like, long, drawn out process. So if they can negotiate and get that clarification for the fans in a rematch with little struggle and strife, fine. Let's get it on for September. But if it's like, oh, his team's talking about mine and he's illegally wrapping a hand and he wants this money and we can't agree on the man, fight other people then. Beltran. I try not to laugh. I'm not. You got D Jones got to be sounding like Donald Trump. That's not funny. He said Ray Beltran will get deported fighting Lomachenko. I'm fucking done, man. And he's saying that for a reason, because allegedly Beltran was fighting for his citizenship because he had to be able to prove that he's like a legit like contender to stay in America or some shit. You know, Trump got everybody fucked up with the build the wall shit. So they pressing fighters. He's a professional fighter, but he got to prove that this is a real job and shit. Like, what? He sparred Pacquiao. That was not his job. Yeah, man, I'm out. I've been on here bumping my gums. Shout out to Lomachenko. Looks sharp. Can't wait to see what's next. That fight proved a lot more than other fights, and it's a step in the right direction. New challenges, new conquests. I'm cool with him fighting Tank. I'm cool with him fighting Mikey Garcia. Ultimately, those are the biggest fights. If Robert Easter beats Mikey Garcia, then I'm good with that. But if he wants more of a tune-up style or a better style, a stylistic fight where he's more favored, like Ray Beltran, fuck it. Let's see it. He's earned that. Moving up in weight, challenging himself. You know what I mean? Charlo's a monster at middleweight division. Can't wait to see what's next for him. I feel bad for Saddam Ali. A lot of fighters were saying he was set up. See, some of you guys are so ignorant that you don't listen. You just, no, it wasn't a setup. Justin Kudo says, Ego, you're a big movie guy like myself. I saw a meme with Jaime Munguia faced off with Saddam Ali. He resembled Tong Po from Jean-Claude Kickboxer. Big, tall, scary looking motherfucker. LOL. Mali, good fuck. Yeah, that's how he did it in kickboxing. Like that fake ass laugh, motherfucker. Like Mali, good fuck. Like what are you, Saget from Street Fighter, motherfucker? Natsuko. Yeah, we working, people. I'm about to get out of here. Peace out. One love. Smash the like button. Shout out to all the super chats. Boxing is back. And I'll be back with some more boxing. Stay tuned. Shout out to my shooters. They was clapping, yo.